Hey everybody, welcome to It's Just Food with Mike. I'm Mike. Today I'm going to make something that I haven't had since I was in college. I was going through my old school cookbook here on healthy cuisine because I'm trying to watch my figure a little bit. And I found an appetizer they used to serve at one of the restaurants there, St. Andrew's Cafe. It's the white bean puree. I modified the recipe a little bit. Instead of doing it the old-fashioned way in a pot, we're going to do it in an instant pot right here. And you'll see how much easier it is to actually cook beans, dry beans, without having to soak them in this instant pot and make this simple appetizer very easily and very quickly. So stick around, I'll show you how we get it done. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to put all the amounts in the description below. I've got my white beans. All I've done is rinse them in some cold water. They're going in the instant pot. Now I got to make a sachet because I want to put these aromatics in, but I want to be able to take them out when we're done cooking. We're not going to puree all this up with the white beans. So I've got my herbs. I've got a little bit of bacon. Everything here is just a rough chop. We're not being precise on anything. I have black peppercorns and carrot, celery, and onion. That's my mirepoix. And then I've got 3 cloves of garlic. I'm going to just quick crush them. Smash them like that. Like that. Now, we're going to bundle this all up and we're going to tie it. And that just goes in the Instant Pot with water. Just a tight bundle like that and give it a little tie. A little bit of a slip knot. We go over. Like that. One more. Pull that down tight. And one more knot to lock it. I'm going to cut off some of this excess here so it's not all in the pot. Like that. That goes in here. And now we're going to just fill it with water so it covers the beans. I'm going to cover the beans by about 3 inches. I'm not really measuring this because every Instant Pot's going to be a little bit different. A little bit more, that would be good. Okay, so that's what it'll look like, just like that. Oops, this goes like that. Okay, now I'll show you. On the front of the Instant Pot here, you got your option for beans and chili. Hit that. That's all you do. On the top here, you'll see this little valve, and I'll show you when it gets going. There's a little valve in the back here. It's going to pop up. And when that pops, we're not going to touch it until it comes down. We're not going to open this. We're not going to vent it. We're just going to let it go. As you can see here, the time is up for the beans to cook. But that little red valve right there, we don't want to touch it until that goes down on its own. We're not going to vent it. We're just going to let it go because we didn't soak these beans. We want to just let it go on its own until that releases on its own. So you can see now this little red valve came down. So now we can open it. If that's up, it won't let you open it up at all. First thing I'm going to do is take out that sachet. And we're going to save this water. We're going to use that water to thin this out and get it to the consistency we're looking for. It's warm. Where's my towel? All right, we're going to save that water. Drain these. Okay. And into the food processor it goes. Move this out of the way. Get the rest of those beans in there. We just want to get this to a consistency where we can spread it. Oop, I can. Okay. Now we add, grab my other strainer here, juice of half a lemon, or about a half a teaspoon. I've got my mixture of salt and white pepper. This is 1 part salt, 1 part white pepper to 7 parts salt. I'm going to add about a half a teaspoon there. We'll adjust it if we need to. Add parsley and about a half a teaspoon of garlic, chopped up. Since we're doing it in the food processor, it doesn't matter if it's chopped up or not. Might add a little bit more parsley for looks. And then we'll taste it. A little more salt. So when I'm giving you amounts, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's exactly what it's going to be when you're using it. You got to taste the stuff as you go. I'm add a little more lemon too. So now I'm down to a whole lemon. Yep, that's it. So now one important thing you got to do, because it is a neutral pH food like beans, we want to get this cold as quick as possible. So what I do is I spread it out on a sheet tray. Remove that as I make a mess with it. Get it on a sheet tray and let it get to room temp before you put it in the fridge. You saw there was a little bit of residual water in there already. That's all right. So now I'm going to let this cool down to room temperature, and then we'll put it in a container, and I'll show you how I use this to help me lose weight and to kind of impart some protein into my diet. This is how it's served at the Culinary Institute of America in the St. Andrews Cafe. And I have not let this cool down very much, so I'm just going to do this the way it is. It'll actually thicken a little bit more as it cools. It'll set up. They have it on the table for your bread. When you combine legumes like beans with a whole grain like whole wheat, brown rice, amaranth, quinoa, anything like that, it creates a complex carbohydrate which acts as a protein in your body. So this will turn into a protein, so I've been told. I'm going to taste this. It's amazing how you can eat something and it takes you back to a moment in time. It makes me think I'm sitting there at St. Andrew's Cafe, the healthy cuisine restaurant at the CIA. This is something that I know is not going to last long because my wife and kids love this kind of stuff. It's almost like a hummus, but it's not quite the same. If you went to the CIA and you went to St. Andrew's Cafe for any comp meals or free meals, and you got this on your table, let me know. And you can now make it yourself. If you like this episode, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I get notifications all the time with other channels that I watch, and I love it. It's pretty awesome. It lets me know, hey, this guy posted something. And share it with your friends. I'll see you all next time. Have an awesome day.